We're with Brian Cashman, Yankees general manager. Brian, Martin Luther King said, "What have you doing for others?" You exemplify, and the Yankees exemplify what?
Well, the Yankees certainly, we have such a big brand and such a big name, and this Hope Week is spectacular because it allows us to attach our brand and our name that connects to our fan base, which is large worldwide, to really important difference makers in our community. So, in this case today, it's "You Gotta Believe," which is a foundation. Obviously, helps the older age group in the foster community that's getting ready to age out and haven't really found a permanent place. And so the Yankees wanted to make sure that people knew about this organization, the amazing difference they're making in these kids' lives by being that safety net and catching them, towards the end of their time in the foster programs and placing them in good family situations.
Brian, when you see, so many people doing such wonderful things, does that put baseball game in perspective? That it's game,
Well, I mean, it's a business, I know, and it's a sport, and it's important to us. But obviously, the most important thing in life is having a good life. And a lot of us were born into, perfect conditions. In the right country, with if you're lucky enough, two good parents to raise you with a roof over your head and 3 meals a day, all of which you take for granted.
That's right.
But there's a lot of people walking around, unfortunately, in this great country, regardless, that weren't born into the great opportunities that came our way that we just don't even think much about. But You Gotta Believe does, and there's too big of a population that needs to be, assisted and helped, and kids need to be caught and given that opportunity that we were born into. And so anyway, I'm so proud of what You Gotta Believe has done. I'm so proud of who they are and the difference they're making in kids' lives and giving them a chance moving forward that they deserve and they should have had right from the start.
You know what amazes me is that in all those 13 years, I never in my wildest dreams thought that there were so many people that were doing such wonderful and positive things on the down low, like they say. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? It's encouraging, right? It's discouraging that you'd like to get to the point where you don't need, right? But it's great that there's so many people that are giving their time, their hard-earned money, their love, opening their homes to people who are in need. And that's the only thing that really matters in this world.
You know what, and that signifies what the Yankees are all about. Listen, thanks a lot for your time, for your
Thank
courtesy.
you for having me.
And you keep doing what you're doing. Don't change.
Thanks, buddy. You too.
Be safe.
Thanks for covering it.